In order to do the pull that we've got to do, we've got to tie one side of this down to this so-called frame machine, which is left over from the mid-70s. But it works. It's old, but it works. It's called a grabber. You've got this metal ring that goes all the way around the car. It's attached to the floor, so you can attach it anywhere. What we've done is we put chains wrapped around some part of the frame, someplace that isn't going to cause any damage if you're putting, don't pinch any lines, don't put it on any moving parts. We hook together two places on this side because we're pulling on one side and it keeps the truck from wanting to wiggle one way or the other. We notice we have the thing up on concrete blocks other than a jack stand. The reason for that is these ain't normal concrete blocks. They're filled with concrete and they don't crumble and break. But if you move the car slightly, it'll go along and move with it'll slide on the floor. If you put it on a jack stand, it's liable to pull it off the jack stand and fall on somebody and hurt them. Now we've done this pull. We got one pull on this side, hooked up in two places on the other side. So we're gonna call this a bow and arrow pull. The reason for this little pull that we're doing now is just to take the little crinkle that we have in the floor. We can put a strain on this because when it went in, it just kind of give it a little push, and then we can take our porta power and push up on the floor, knock down on the floor until we get it in pretty good shape. We can still do a little bit more beating and hammering and dollying and all that kind of stuff, because we still have to dress up all this edge and make it straight, get rid of these different sealers and stuff like this, because our next step will be welding. We notice we've got the welding, we've got fiberglass welding blankets to protect the car. When you weld, the stuff wants to spit everywhere, and of course wherever it lands, it can cause little pit marks. So we don't want that to happen. Generally we don't take the whole interior out of there, but the owner is a good friend of ours and he already took the interior out. So that puts that out of the way, so we can just protect everything with these two fiberglass blankets. You even want to cover the windshield, the front of the car, because when you weld, it spits in the air. You've seen that happen in the movies where they got the welding machines are spitting all over the place. Well, that looks good for the movies, but actually that's a bad weld. You don't want that to happen, but if it does, the little sparks that land on the windshield can actually put little pit marks in there and destroy the windshield. There is a reason why I know about that.